Good morning, fourth graders. Welcome to our technology class. This is week 22. And so this is our week before the break. So I just wanted to remind all of you that we have been having weekly typing lessons. And so this will be our 5th typing lesson. This week is the JF space keys. We've kind of just been doing some really basic review of where all of the letters are. And these should be pretty quick lessons and an easy 100 for your typing for the week. And the other thing I wanted to remind you guys about is if you are missing anything. So say you've just forgot to do a technology assignment. I don't know, you don't even know you forgot. So what you can do is go into GradeLink, click in technology. You'll see all of the assignments for the 3rd quarter, and then you can see anything that has a 0, or if it has not graded, means that you didn't turn it in. So over the break, you can just go back and finish it and send it to me. And then that way, by the time you come back, you're all caught up and you have like a fresh, clean slate for that week that you come back. So that would be my best advice to you guys, okay? So every week we've been doing internet safety lessons, and I think we had 1 or 2 second step lessons, and then we had our typing. And the internet safety lessons have 2 parts. They have like an activity sheet where you type, I don't know, they have questions and things. And then there's a quiz, a lesson quiz. So you do have to make sure you do both. They count as separate grades. The lesson quiz is automatically scored in Google Forms. So you'll be able to see the quiz score as soon as you're done taking it. And then that's the score I put into GradeLink. And then for the assignment, you just email it to me. So like today, there's going to be an assignment. And I think today's lesson is pretty fun. That's what I think. So we're going to be talking about games. Everybody loves games. And so our topic is about keeping games fun and friendly. And how can you make sure that when you're playing a game online, that you're playing it safe and you're keeping yourself safe. So if we were together, I probably would ask you guys, so what kinds of games do you like to play online? What are some of your favorite types of games? And I'm sure you, Roblox and Minecraft, right? And whatever, you guys love so many different games, right? So I would be asking you guys what that was. And I actually might send out, I'm writing myself a little note because I might actually send out a little survey about that, because I love to hear what you guys are into. So then that way I can be more purposeful with the lessons and kind of target the things that you guys are using. So then that way I can make sure that the lessons are relevant to your life. Okay, so our question for today is, how can I help myself and others be positive and have fun while playing online games? So important, right? Want to make sure that you're having a positive experience and that people are being nice to each other, kind, right? Not nasty online. So we're going to be talking about what is a social interaction and the types of positives and negative social interactions. And then we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of social interactions online. So, for example, we learned about media and digital media at the beginning of the internet safety, right? And media is anything that, like a newspaper, a magazine, those types of things, and piece of artwork, they're media. There's something, excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. There's something that the user can look at, they can enjoy, but it's one-sided, meaning that you can't really talk back to it. There is no interaction with it, right? And that's kind of how it was in the old days. People just listened to the radio, even TV. There was really no interaction. It wasn't connected to the internet or anything. And you could just take it in and that was it, right? But with digital media, it's two-way, meaning that when you're going online and you're on a news site or a website or a game, you can interact, you can have a social interaction, you can comment, you can chat, right? And that's what makes it digital media. So there is a difference. So hopefully you remember that from the beginning. So my question for you guys, what are all the ways you communicate with your friends face-to-face online? So again, we're not together, kind of tricky to do these discussions through video, but I know that you guys will probably say, well, we talk in the class, maybe at recess, maybe some of you chat online through like a chatting app or something, or maybe there's a game you play together. Maybe you video call each other on like Google Meets or something. I'm sure there's a lot of ways that you guys communicate with each other, right? In the old days, we only had face-to-face. That's it. There was nothing else. So it is interesting how it's changed so much. And for you guys, probably a lot more of your communication and social interactions are online these days, right? Especially with COVID. I feel like these kind of things are, kind of, they're everywhere now. Everybody, even adults, they're doing all their meetings online. So a lot of our communication is done online, which is great, but at the same time can have some negatives, right? We're kind of lacking that face-to-face interaction with people and being able to like get out of our online bubbles and actually get together with people, right? So it's like kind of a mix, I would say. Some people probably like it better. Maybe some people don't. They prefer the in-person, face-to-face, right? So we'll be looking at that. So a social interaction is pretty much what? Like interacting with someone, talking to them, right? It could be face-to-face, could be online, but you're trying to build a friendship, getting to know people. Like for you guys, fourth grade, you're building friendships and, you like want to hang out, you want to play, you want to talk about stuff. And so that's what a social interaction is. We talked about digital media already. So we know that this is any type of media that comes through the internet, right? So it could be on your laptop, on a device, a phone, right? And it has a two-way communication. So we are specifically learning and talking about keeping games fun and friendly. And so we're going to watch this video. And while we're watching the video, I want you to think about what social interactions do you notice? Who talks to who? What do they say? Would you say it was mostly fun and positive or mostly negative? Okay, so let's put it on and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it after.
What am I supposed to do here? There has to be some way to get out. Where's Taya?
Hey Sabrina, I finally finished Miss Jones' homework. Have you figured out how we're supposed to get out of here? What if we knock down this wall?
I tried shooting an arrow at it, but it didn't work.
Maybe if we hit it together, that'll create a bigger impact.
That's a great idea. It's definitely worth a shot. Let's do it.
Hey! Watch where you're going there, noob. What's the password?
Password? What are you talking about? You're not supposed to hit other players. They're gonna ban you.
Says who? I can hit anyone I want to. Oh no! Ha. I guess that's what happens when you're such a griefer. He was so annoying.
Yeah, let's keep going. We're getting close to the final castle. Let's go through the forest. That knight just sent me a message. I bet they know how to get to the final castle.
Hold up, Sabrina. Let's go the other way. Last time I was playing, I teamed up with a knight and I got a weird feeling. They wanted to know how old I was and where I lived.
Oh, did you tell them?
No way. You never know who's really playing this game. Better to play it safe and keep that kind of info private.
Look, we made it!
Welcome to the final castle. Most players don't make it this far. Enter at your own risk.
Okay, Sabrina, you ready for this?
I'm ready. We got this. Let's go!
Okay, so we saw on here two kids, right, playing the game, Sabrina and Taya. Hang on a second, I'm trying to get back. Okay, so we saw Sabrina and Taya, right, and they were playing the game together. And then they're being pretty friendly, right? Would you guys agree? Trying to help each other go through the mission to the main castle. And then they come across Cody, and he's like trying to stop them and being really mean, right? And then they get a message from the knight, like a request to join. And the one girl says, hey, you know what? Last time I got a request from that same user, and they started asking me how old I was and all this information, and I got a bad feeling. So I think maybe we should just deny and just don't even accept them in the game. And then she just pressed like decline, right? And so that was a good tip. She was looking out for her friend and helping her in the game to know how to stay safe, right? And that's the same thing with you guys, right? You only want to play with people that you know, that you trust, and also people that are being respectful. They're using kind and appropriate words, right? You wouldn't want to play with a nasty, mean person that's using, you know, curse words and things. Those aren't the kind of people that you want to play games with. And then you want to just stop and think to yourself, okay, like, how am I feeling when I'm playing this? Is it mostly fun and positive, right? And that's something for you guys to think about as you're playing games. And hopefully, like I think we talked about this last week, you know, you would never, ever give your private information to anybody. If somebody starts asking you that stuff, that's like an immediate, like, oh man, red flag. I'm not going to play the game with this person. That's creepy, right? I'm going to have to block that person, if anything, or tell an adult. And so you want to always make sure that you're keeping your games friendly, you know, and fun and safe for you guys. So let's move on. So something called griefing. This is irritating or angering people in video games by being mean, destructive, or cheating. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know these people. Hopefully you aren't one of them. But, you know, they're just so, like, their whole point about it is to make other people feel bad, right? They want to irritate people and anger people. They want to be mean. They want to go in and wreck the game. And so you have to be careful. If you come across these kinds of people, you may need to really say, hey, you know, I don't really want to play with you anymore. Or maybe you just need to block them and like don't allow them to play in the game with you. So these are things that you guys have to really think about as you're playing games and as you're getting older now, in order to make good choices and keep yourself safe online. So we're going to be doing a fun project. You're going to be creating a video game cover, and it's going to have the game title of your game. It's going to have a main character, and it's going to have rules that the users need to follow to keep the social interactions positive and fun. So let me open it up for you guys. So the first part of this, everybody will get this sheet. And you have to go through and you have to fill it in. It says, you'll have a chance to come up with your own video game. It can be based on games you enjoy playing, or it can be totally made up. So again, it can be totally made up if you want. So who's the main character in your video game? So it could be a person, an animal, an object. So fill that in. Describe as many details as you can about the main character. So give us some details. What's the setting of your video game? So is it going to be like a castle, or is it like under the sea? How will people communicate in the game? Will there be a chat feature where they can chat with each other? How's that going to work? And what is the title of your video game? So give it a title. And then you can design a cover draft. So if you need to, you can use an online program like Paint if you want to try to do it and then copy and paste it into here. You could also just use colored pencils and then just scan it back in or take a picture to send me. And then the most important part is, what rules would you make for how people must interact in the game? Why is it important that they follow these rules? So you need to set some rules. Like, for example, no griefing, right? People must be respectful, use appropriate language, kind words with each other, play fair, right? So come up with some rules that you think would be important for your video game, okay? And then the next part are some questions from the video lesson that we just watched. So the video, it says, what interactions did you notice in the video? Who talks to whom? What did they say? So this is about Taya, the two girls, Taya and her friend. And overall, would you say the social interactions were mostly fun and positive or mostly negative? So you have to fill this out. This is about the video that we just watched. If you need to go back and watch it, you can just go back in this video and watch that little video if you need help answering the questions. Okay, but the most important part is designing your video game cover. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Be creative. I'll give bonus points to kids who really put in effort, meaning that like they really design a full cover. And it, like, if you look here, look at this nice cover here, Castle Quest, they put the characters. If you do a really nice job, you can earn some bonus points on this one, okay? And then let's take a look at our lesson quiz. So select the one that is not digital media. Sending a text message, commenting on a video, passing a note in class, chatting with someone in a video game. So the answer is passing a note in class, right? That's not digital media. You're not using the internet to do that. Which example below shows a positive social interaction? A parent and a daughter argue over text about cleaning her room. Two friends playing a video game argue over how to get to the next level. One person compliments another on a photo that the person posted. So I think that's pretty easy, right? Complimenting someone. Andrea is playing an online video game with other people she knows. In the last round of the game, a new player she doesn't know joins the game. The new player starts posting mean comments about Andrea's character in the chat box. What should Andrea do? Ignore the mean messages, never play the game again, send a private message to the player, or report or block the player from the chat. So hopefully you're not going to reply to them and send more mean messages back, right? So you could report or block them, right? You're playing an online video game with a few friends. One of them makes a move that forces all of you to start the level all over again. You are irritated. What could you say to keep things friendly and positive? I can't believe you made that terrible move. What's wrong with you? That was hard. Don't worry. We'll beat it next time. Are you kidding me? We have to start from the beginning again. So hopefully it was the second one, right? Trying to think of something nice. So I get it, you know, even when you're playing like board games and games, I mean, I know it's tricky now with COVID, but when we used to have recess and you guys would play games together, you would always want to make sure that you were being a good sportsmanship. You weren't just being like, oh, sore loser, or trying to make people feel bad, right? Same thing when you're playing online. Just because you're not face to face and you're just typing it doesn't mean you could just type mean things, right? You want to be kind and friendly to the people that you're playing the games with, right? I sure hope so. So that's the last part of your assignment. So I'll be sending these to you in the email. Please make sure you complete them along with your typing. And if you have any questions, you can always email me and we can talk. We can meet on Zoom and talk about anything that's happening. If you have any issues with games or internet safety, digital citizenship, you have a dilemma or something with an online friend, just let me know. Okay, guys? And keep yourself safe. Make good choices and go unplugged, right? Take a break from tech. That's what I always say, especially over your break. You have a whole week. You do not need to sit in front of a screen for 6 hours during your break. Like, go do stuff, like be creative, come up with like something fun to do. Okay, guys? All right, so I will see you. Use your imagination. That's what I was going to say. Be curious, learn something new. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye. Have a good break. Bye, guys.